Yo guys, this is Reinhardt and I fucked up pretty badly actually, honestly, because I thought of making a podcast that would be like 15-20 minutes long with Cobrak, but we got so fun and into it that we actually ended up at having like an hour and 15, hour and 20 minute mark. So this video is gonna be super, extremely, excruciatingly, painfully long as hell. But one thing I'm gonna say for sure, guys, here is that you don't have to watch it all through. You can just put it on into the background and play it as you go. But this video is gonna be me actually collaborating with Cobrak, and for those who don't know, Cobrak is a destruction warlock, and he's actually pretty high rated and a good player and overall a good guy. Like, I've been talking to him for the past couple weeks and the past couple months as well, on and off. Really good guy, makes a really good videos. He is a die-hard destruction lock, and by die-hard I mean he actually play destruction in Cataclysm. He's not one of those like a sellout heroes who all of a sudden just picked up an amazing love for Destrolux, especially for RPGs. He is the one who actually was committed all the way through. Just like maybe I am playing Affliction or Demolux in RPGs, he was playing the same thing back in Cataclysm. But this is an awfully painfully long video, so I really want to say that thank you for watching if you want to watch it full, but I can understand that where you're coming from. So probably what you need to do is just kind of like fast forward. What we did is we talked about the basic luck survivabilities, base luck changes, then we went through destruction, affliction and demonology, and coupled up with some nerdy ass humor as always. So guys, if you really feel like watching this video, please watch it, and if you feel like actually putting it out on the podcast and listening to it and actually having fun with it while you're playing the games, go ahead and do it, guys. Everybody, thanks for watching, and let's start with the actual podcast. Alright, so guys, let's go over a few warlock changes, my friends, because there's actually quite a lot of warlock changes. Like Cobrak, I don't know, like every time I get one of my subscribers, everybody's confused. Locks are getting nerfed or they're getting buffed. I think that's what the bottom line comes out to, because people have absolutely no idea. Like, there's so many different changes on so many different tiers that it's really actually kind of hard to say. Actually, did we actually get nerfed or buffed?
Yeah, I actually think overall I think it's a buff, to be honest with you. Although, well, no, wait a minute. I think our CC has been definitely nerfed, because obviously Blood Fear is gone. That's old news now, but I think it's overall a good change that we've lost Blood Fear in the first place, so I just want to really skip over that change. But I think overall the healing has been increased a lot with the new Ember Tap glyph. Despite it being like a heal over time, the 5% extra healing, if you stack Mastery with that, you can be healing 33% of your health in one Ember Tap. Yeah,
33% is for undead, I think.
Oh yeah, maybe just for undead, yeah. But
my human has like 30.40%, so it's still not bad.
Yeah, it's still amazing, man.
Dude, it's like second wind, man.
Yeah. The thing is, it's partially because warlocks are so because all of the heals heal via a percentage of your health. If you combine, Soul Link and Grimoire of Sacrifice, and you've got 560k health, you're gonna heal like 180k, 190k just from one Ember Tap.
God, that is so disgusting.
Yeah, man, it's beautiful, man. It's beautiful, but
yeah,
I mean,
yeah. Actually, let me test out the healing. How much actually healing I can do right now?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, guys, just so you know, Cobrak's PTR is not working at the day of a collab. So
yeah,
that sucks.
Conveniently enough, yeah.
Alright, let's see. 502k HP, man.
In one Ember Tap?
No, 502k HP. I'm sitting at that. I'm healing for 16.8k. Beat that, warriors.
Yeah, exactly.
And on top of that, we also have shield. By the way, this is another thing that actually got kind of like talking about the luck survivability. What do you think about the new Sacrificial Pact?
Oh yeah, man, it's... Well, I've heard rumours that Blizzard are trying to balance out the pet specs and the sacrifice specs, and this is obviously going to make the pet specs a lot more viable again, because you're not murdering your pet every time you want to use the defensive cooldown, so... But I don't know, I still think Grimoire of Sacrifice is just going to tip the balance, man.
Yeah, for RPGs, definitely.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, I just did a Sacrificial Pact with my luck on PTR. It took out 100k of my HP, right? And it put a 418k HP bubble on me.
Is that the sack spec?
Yeah, Sacrificial Pact.
Yeah, I was going to ask actually, man. How viable do you actually think that is?
I think it's gonna be very viable.
You think?
It's a 1 minute cooldown. It's a 400k undispellable shield. Well, of course, it depends at the current HP level. So, for example,
exactly. Yeah.
Like, there's no way in hell you want to pop Sacrificial Pact when you're sitting at 200k HP. Or it's not that great. But if you like, if the entire RBG team switches on you and you're sitting at 300k HP, God, that is just so naughty.
Yeah.
It's like lay on hands bubble, man, every 1 minute.
Yeah.
And in the last 20
seconds. Thing about the
seconds.
heals actually, man. To do with about RBGs and the new Ember Tap glyph and all this increasing the healing a lot. That's a big problem with it being a heal over time, obviously. Brackets like 3v3 even, never mind RBGs, even in 3v3 you can be burst so hard you might only get 2 or 3 of the ticks off of the Ember Tap.
Yeah.
So although it can be really, really amazing, it can also hold you back a lot in a lot of situations, I feel.
I think it's definitely like I think it's a buff against the cleave teams, like TSG, KFC, anything that wants to put a dick into Warlock's mouth, basically. Sorry, like, but that's
a good way of putting it.
That's what a feeling I get when I'm playing a lock, to be honest, especially Affliction lock in 3v3. But you know what's also like the Imps, Cauterize Master, the Amber Tap, and this thing, like, it literally, I'm getting like 27k heal a second without the Grimoire, without Soul Link. And another thing is like, the Imp also give you like 167 only shield? What the hell? Oh, that's actually very weird.
The Imp?
Yeah, only give me 167k shield. What the hell? Is that a Supreme guild? Supreme pad? Yeah.
I wish I could test it, man.
Oh no, that was not a Supreme. Oh no, that is a Supreme pad. Oh, it has a Imp has a shit like very little HP, 167k. I actually had no idea about that. Compared to the other pets, Imp has the lowest HP possible.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Grimoire Sacrificial Pact change is awesome. I think it makes it definitely better in terms of like, what's like Grimoire of Sacrifice and Sacrificial Pact friendly to use those two.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Yeah. I know myself personally, sometimes I forget to like respec, and I go into RBG with a Sacrificial Pact and Grimoire of Sacrifice, and I'm like, what the hell do I do now if I get focused? And I think that's actually gonna help me out a lot.
Yeah, you won't get punished as much for that now, at least, so it's definitely a positive change, I mean.
Okay, Cobrak, I'm probably gonna cut out this part, but can you speak a little bit louder?
Oh, a bit louder.
Yeah, please.
You're
very soft-spoken.
man.
Okay. Alright, let's keep going. So Cobrak, what do you think about the new the 60 tier talent? This is a lot of questions that I get actually, and I want to get your opinion on that. What do you think about like 60 tier? It's a Blood Whore, Burning Rush, and Unbound Will. Like,
man, I go for Unbound Will every time, man. Even now on retail, I'm using it actually just to try and get used to using it, because I'm planning to use it, you know, in 5.2. So I mean, I think it's obviously useless if you're getting trucked and you're in a smoke bomb and you need to drink it, for example. You're never going to use Unbound Will because you'll just get globaled in the smoke bomb.
Yeah.
So. But I mean, I find it's really useful. Well, I play with an elemental Shin, so I find myself peeling a lot, obviously. And that means I'm always getting cross CC'd.
Yeah.
So
and the Spam
like
Fear
for me, you know?
as a peeling is actually better than Blood Fear anyway.
Is it? I haven't actually tested that much in the PTI yet, man.
Well, no, Spamble Fear just in general, because...
Oh, yeah, without the cooldown, man. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Definitely. What about Burning Rush, man?
Yeah.
The most useless talent ever, in my opinion.
I think it's actually getting a nice buff, though.
You think? Oh.
Cannot lower your speed below 50%.
Yeah.
But in all honesty, like, I don't know about the Burning Rush. I think they're going about it the wrong way. Like, okay, it is a freedom, It feels very nice, type of thing, but it does take quite a bit of our HP, to be honest, man. Like, I don't know if they can actually make a burning rush, like put a absorption that absorbs healing instead of like the actual straight up penalizing your HP levels. I think that'll make the talent more viable.
Yeah, like a necrotic effect, maybe.
Like, yeah, like a reverse necrotic effect type of thing. Because I know you take too, like, you know, you're getting trained and you're trying to use burning rush and I don't know, it's just
yeah, even if you can kite them, you're still killing yourself basically if you use it. So
basically
it is screwed up, man. I see what you mean.
So, or maybe like make another cost associated with it. Like possibly when you use burning rush, you cannot use your port for the next like 3 seconds after using burning rush.
Yeah.
Or
something that doesn't destroy your health pool. Basically.
Yeah, mana. Like the thing is, you're trying to get away from the melee to survive, and you're killing yourself in the process.
Trying to do it. Yeah.
Honestly, you will be doing like, this is my biggest beef with the burning rush. By the way, this is why I actually thinking of like making absorption shield instead of damage. This is my biggest beef possible. Imagine getting a kidney shot with a burning rush on.
Can you actually cancel aura with burning rush while stunned? I haven't tested that.
I haven't tested it yet, but I would imagine. You know, that's actually a good point.
Devastating, man, if you couldn't.
Let me check. Let me check if I cannot, because oh god, that would be.
You're basically dead.
You basically kill yourself with a burning rush. Hey guys, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to be a creative thinker here, and I used burning rush, and I just killed myself in arena. Alright, one second. I'm flying in. I'm gonna try to ask somebody to stun me.
Yeah, man. You need to draw someone.
Maybe you can actually test it out too. Let's see. Drilling this monk. Monk's supposed to have a lot of stuns. Just ask him.
Yeah, they do, man.
Testing something. Can you just stun me? Stun me. Please stun me. Oh yeah, I can. I think I can actually deactivate it.
Oh well, you can cancel it. Well, it's still a horrible talent, so.
Well, it's still a horrible talent.
Yeah. It is cancelable, but still.
It's an amazing PvE talent.
Nah, I wouldn't know that, man. Like, I haven't even joined a dungeon since hitting 90, so.
Yeah. It's an amazing PvE talent, because people need to get out of the freaking fires, and oh, I cannot activate it while stunned. Wait a sec. Maybe I'm just like pre-did it before. I'm gonna ask him one more time. Testing out new talent. And my pet needs to stop attacking this dude. Oh fuck! Wait, dude. Wait, one more time.
Kill you.
Jesus, but this monk is definitely a stun trigger happy. Okay, Burning Rush goes through Sacrificial Pact.
It burns through Sacrificial Pact?
Yeah. Like, you legitimately cannot actually use the Sacrificial Pact. Okay, dude, this Ember Top with a... Okay, please stun me again. Yeah, you can activate while you can deactivate it.
Ah, that's it. Well, yeah.
Okay, but you cannot activate it while stunned. Okay, that's pretty nice, I guess. Still a horrible talent. Shouldn't be spending too much time on it.
Never spec into it.
I don't know. Maybe against like a melee cleave team, it could be semi-decent, because it's still, you're moving at 100% speed. It might be actually semi-decent. I need to do some testing on it. But man, like Affliction doesn't have a lot of like survivability in general, and just I need to look at it. I need to look if actual like a freedom is warrant. Like if you're gonna mitigate more damage by using freedom, or you're gonna take more damage by using Burning Rush.
As a result, yeah.
Yeah. But I do think it's gonna have a quite nice synergy with kill jading scanning in general.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's one of the ideas I was really toying with, but yeah, never used Burning Rush, man. Never used it myself, but
yeah. No, but think about it this way: like if kill jading scanning snares you while you're moving and casting by 30%, and the Burning Rush cannot reduce your movement speed below 100%, we're into some quite of a nice surprise there, actually.
Yeah. It's a good combination. I agree. It's just a shame the health costs is so much.
Let me see actually. Yeah, the health costs, man.
You playing Affliction right now on PTR?
No, I'm actually at Destruction right now.
Because I've got to ask, man, what's the Affliction damage actually looking like? What's the changes to Affliction? I haven't even looked them up.
Oh, dude, it does work. It does work like that. It does work with the kill jade and scanning. You know, I'm running at 105% movement speed. 105% movement speed while using Burning Rush, kill jade, and scanning.
Oh wow.
That actually could be really good, man.
Unless you get caught.
Unless you get stunned.
Yeah.
But don't worry, which melee have a stun? Oh shit, wait, all of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So, what do you think about Blood Horror effect?
I don't know, man. That's something I haven't really tested much either, just because it's the main purpose of Blood Fear to me was to CC healers instantly for easy crowd control, you know.
Honestly, I thought it was
useful on healers. I don't know.
Honestly, I thought the intention was quite the opposite. I thought that Blood Fear intention was to get their fears off while melee is training them, and then as a side effect, it became a ridiculously overpowered mongoloid mouse breathing crowd controlling the healers.
Yeah, beautiful description.
No, but honestly, it was so it like man, like I didn't like Blood Fear myself personally. I even like I every single time I would ask my partners, "Are you guys okay? Are you guys feel comfortable if I'll go spam Blood Fear?" They're like, "No, man, go fucking Blood Fear. What the hell are you thinking about?"
Go be a mouth breather.
Go be a mouth breather. And Unbound Will, I definitely agree with you. Like, I think it's a really good talent choice for RBGs. I have a question. You are Undead Luck, right?
Yes.
Does Unbound Will share internal cooldown with the Will of the Forsaken?
No, it doesn't share cooldown with Trinket or Will of the Forsaken, so it literally is like having 3 trinkets, I guess, if you play Undead.
Oh god, that is
pretty awesome.
That is awesome, man. That
is
is
like a defuse, basically.
Amazing.
Yeah, you gotta switch Undead, man.
Yeah, I'm thinking of actually going Undead, like, in all seriousness. Like, I like Human Decay, just because I could actually get a, like, hold of my trinket, my proc trinket very well. Like, because of the nature of the instant cast damage melee. But for Lux, like, if I get a proc trinket, I'm like, okay, but, you know, I'd rather actually have something else.
Yeah.
Okay, alright. Were those all other changes? Let me see.
It's the Affliction changes, man. I don't have a clue about the Affliction changes, so you'll have to educate me, actually.
Oh yeah, yeah, same thing for you for Destro, but I do wanna see if there's any other like baseline changes that we can actually look into it. The imp ability, blood pack ability. Oh, okay, yeah, the thing, what's it called? The Dark Intent, right?
Oh yeah.
The Dark Intent will actually give us
yeah, man. The key thing for that is, man, for me, is that again, all the heals heal via a percentage. So obviously, the more health you have, the more heals you're gonna get. So that's awesome.
Too bad it's dispellable.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I never actually used to have that keybound, man, and now I've keybound it, knowing that people are gonna be page spamming it. It's gonna be a lot more useful next patch. So
yeah, I keybound it to Alt W.
Yeah.
Something that's easy to press and don't even have to think about it. Yeah. In general. Okay, let me take a look at the other changes. Soul Reach provides absorption instead of healing. Soul Reach is garbage. Who cares a shit about it?
Yep.
Good jetting cunnings is now passive. Well, only idiots would actually use it as an active talent. Like,
Yeah. Of course, it becomes disabled, doesn't it? After
yeah,
you've
because
used
it becomes disabled.
So, yeah.
Yeah, there's no way
Pretty
in hell.
pointless to activate. Yeah.
Fell armor now reduces damage taken by 10% instead of increasing a warlock's armor. That is very interesting, and it's probably a big, actually very big ass buff, man. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely, man. It's well, obviously, it's common sense, really. Reducing all damage taken instead of just melee damage is obvious buff, man.
Yeah.
Really good stuff. So.
Alright, give me a sec. I'm gonna switch my platforms really quickly right now, so stop your recording. I'm just looking at the armor difference, because I'm the nerd. So yeah, man. You ready to hear what's the armor difference now that they actually removed the armor buff from Fell armor? The armor difference is 23.3% on PTR and 26.4% on life. So we're losing 3% physical damage mitigation. Excuse me. But we're getting 10% baseline against everything.
So we only lose 3%
against
3% physical damage. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's kind of gets very weird when it comes to armor penetrating talents. Like on the armor penetrating talents, it not 3%. It could be actually a little bit higher than 3%, maybe like 4 or 5%.
Yeah.
Like this is the thing, like sometimes like this armor penetrating talents is so convoluted, very math, like nerd analyze it. It's unbelievable actually.
Yeah, man. You're the number cruncher, man. I don't do any of that stuff.
Yeah. Oh, I do minor number crunching. Like there's no way I want to check out the diminishing returns of the armor. Well, I guess if I could have a formula I can actually do it, but I don't know the actual exact formula of that. By the way, viewers, if anybody knows the formula, I would like to theorycraft on that shit. But anyway, so very good change, amazing, especially against like RMP comps, man.
Yeah, definitely, man. That's gonna come back big next patch as well. So we're gonna need all the damage mitigation we can get.
Yeah. Similar
to comps like Thug Cleave, man. Warlock killers.
Okay. Let's see. Any more changes? Stop your recording for a second. Alright, let's now go over from the baseline nerd analyzing to actual spec by spec. Cobrak, what do you think about Destrolax? By the way, have you played Destrolax in Cataclysm also?
Oh yeah, man. I played, unfortunately for me, I played for the entire expansion of Cataclysm's Destruction, so...
The entire expansion?
Wasn't a fun time for me, really.
So, pretty much you are a die-hard Destrolax.
Yeah, that's a easy way of putting it, yeah, I guess.
So you are basically the same idiot as I am, who are trying to persuade people to play the specs we really enjoy and make videos about it. Example, me and Unholy Decay, and trying to make it work in RPGs.
Yes.
Well, okay. Alrighty. Now, what do you think about the Destrolax changes? I know there's a few like tweaks here and there, so could it be?
Yeah. Obviously, we already went over the healing and Ember Tap change and stuff like that. And damage-wise, it's basically the AE that's getting reduced. Yeah, Warlock second wind. Yeah.
Dude, everybody has a second wind, man. My grandmother has a second wind. My warrior has a second wind. My decay has a second wind. My warlock now has a second wind. Everybody has a second wind. Might as well make it baseline. Oh, rogues have recuperate, and it's gonna be like 4 or 5% now too.
Oh really? What?
Yeah, they're buffing it a little bit.
Oh goddamn. But anyway, yeah, man, the Destrolax AE damage is just basically getting reduced a little bit. You're just gonna lose a lot of the radius from your Fire and Brimstone. I think it's, what's it dropping to? 20 something?
22 yards from what I checked. Let me check really quickly again. Fire and Brimstone, 22 yards. Oh wait, I had kill Jennings scanning.
Yeah.
Runner's Fury. Fire and Brimstone, 22 yards. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 34 yards on the life right now.
34 down to 22, yeah. So it's basically going to mean that we have to actually use our brains if we want to land all of the spells within the radius, just targeting people in the middle of the packs and not just hitting anything in the middle of RBGs. So it's obviously going to reduce the damage a little bit, but I don't think it's going to make a massive, you know, people are going to start taking, I don't know, Boomkins over Destrolax just for the extra AE damage and things. We're still going to have our place in Rated Battlegrounds, so I don't think it's a huge I don't think it's a huge nerf really.
People are still gonna take Boomkin Lux for Solar Beam.
Oh, Mass Grip and Solar Beam, yeah.
A
Man.
Golden Shower.
Yeah, it's amazing, man.
So no, but in all honesty, the thing I'm just worried about Destrolux is not the actual damage decrease because hitting less targets. It's the Ember generation that is derived from it.
Yeah, man. That's I don't know, man. I don't know if it's gonna make that huge of a difference.
So.
To be honest, I think if you still aim your things well enough, I think you can keep your embers up fairly well. But I don't know, man. Time will tell. On smaller packs, I see where you're coming from, definitely. But
yeah,
I think in most battlegrounds, capture the flag ones and things, I think we'll be fine with ember generation.
I think we'll be fine too. And boy, this is a great looking piece of luck tier on a working luck.
Oh, is that the new set, the Tyrannical?
I think it's a new PV set, and it looks freakingly like awesome. Oh no, it's Tyrannical. Yeah, it's Tyrannical. Yeah. It just looks amazing on a Worgen because it has all this like this mouse coming from the shoulders and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So like, and Worgen has a face of a wolf too, so they both actually complement each other quite nicely. I still like. What kind of set are you using, by the way, for Transmog? I know it's Sidetrack.
Oh, my set for Transmog is... I combine like so many other pieces, I forget now. It's like some chest piece from Ulduar and then the Corruptor shoulders from like TBC, and I don't know, I just designed something completely different basically.
Oh, that's awesome,
I don't want
man.
to look like anybody else, so...
I'm just using Ulduar set because it shows me like a necromancy portion of a lock.
Yeah,
cool.
Ulduar sets are amazing, man.
Okay, so let's go over now. What about the damage tweaks for Lux?
Oh, yeah. Grimoire Sacrifice, you mean? 5% reduction.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'd see, it goes back again to the point that I mentioned about them trying to balance out all the Grimoires. I think that they're trying to tone down Sacrifice and make people go for pet specs. They need to buff the actual pet specs and not try and make these tiny adjustments to Sacrifice, because people are still going to go for it. I mean, 20% extra damage is still a lot of best, so I can't see anybody going for any of the Grimoires' destruction, especially other than Grimoire Sac in any kind of serious arena or RPG situation. So I don't think it's going to make that huge a difference at all. It's still going to be the top one.
Yeah, give me a second, please.
Alright, cool.
What about the damage buffs though, for Destrolux? And by the way, guys, we're going to talk about the pets in a whole lot more detail.
See, these are the buffs that haven't gone on the PTI yet. Because off head, there's a 20% conflagrate damage buff, as well as the incinerate and immolate damage buff. But I'm not sure they're actually on the PTI yet, so I haven't been able to test them.
I'm pretty sure they already hit the PTR, to be honest. I can test out some for you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you gotta do it.
Okay, so let me look at my incinerate. It says, the tooltip says 38.5k damage. Let me switch to my main WoW. Okay, on my main WoW, I actually have affliction spec right now. Let me go to my Destro spec. I don't think I actually need to change anything. Thank God, at least you know what at least I like about the current situation is that Affliction lacks stack mastery, Destruction lacks stack mastery, Demonology lacks stack mastery, so at least you don't have to reforge all the freaking time.
Yeah.
If you go from one spec to the other. By the way, do you play Demo?
I tried it for about 2 days or something on like an alt warlock, and yeah, man, I can't do it.
Have you seen my face roll video?
Your face roll video?
Yeah.
No. You have to show me that, man.
Yeah, I will. I killed the warrior by rolling my face on the keyboard as a demo lock. Like you'll see it's literally was a face roll.
Oh, yeah, I gotta see it, man. I gotta see it.
My top comment was the funny thing. It's like, well, that's funny. The warrior's probably doing the same thing to you as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. Incinerate damage with no dark intent buff or anything like that is 35.7k damage. 35. Switching to the other platform, and it's 38.5k. So it's a pretty decent buff, I would say, man.
Yeah. That's a temp. Is that? I think that's around the 10% damage buff they said they were going to give. How about?
Yeah, it was 10%, even though they said it's 20%.
Yeah. Would you be able to check conflagrate? Because that's supposed to be 20%. That's like a massive.
Oh no, yeah, you're right. Actually, conflag. Oh, dude. Absolutely, conflag is disgusting when you pop Dark Soul with instability.
Yeah, man. That's like more powerful than a Chaos Bolt, to be honest. 2 conflagrates, one after the other like that.
Okay, it's a 44 and a half. 40. Okay, let me actually put a Dark Intent and Grimoire Sacrifice, because that's what we can actually expect of to have when we're running in RBGs. At least have a like spell power buff and Grimoire Sacrifice buff. So let me put those 2 out. Okay, Dark Intent and Grimoire of Sacrifice. Okay, now I did those 2, and conflag right now on a PTR says does 59k damage.
Wow.
And let me switch to the other one. Dude, I think it's a huge increase, dude. Okay, let's see. There you go. About to sacrifice my pet and come. Okay, so let's take a look at the conflag. Okay, dude, it's not that much actually. It's 52k damage. Buff to 52k on a life, and it's 59k on PTR. Granted to say, I do have a little bit less gear on actual PTR, because I copied this character like 3-4 months ago. It didn't get a full like upgrades yet. Didn't hit that part, but it's not gonna be. It looks like it's almost close to 20%, but it's not gonna be 20% because of Grimoire of Sacrifice nerf.
Yeah. Ah, so, that would have been too good, man. If that was 20%.
But dude, it's still like 59k damage, man. It's almost as my like. It's higher than my disease tick. What are you complaining about?
Yeah. Oh. But yeah, man, that's one of the big things that I'd change about Destruction actually, is increasing damage of things like Incinerate and Conflagrate, and so we didn't have to focus so much on landing a Chaos Bolt, because it's so
I honestly would
shut down,
not want to see any more Conflag buffs, because I think it does way too much damage then.
It already does, yeah.
And for instant cast damage, like I'm okay with it doing a lot of damage if it was castable, but if it's instant cast damage, I really don't want to see Blizzard going to. And this is the sad thing about this expansion, like everything is all about instant cast.
Instant, yeah, exactly.
And then the Destro like have a 3-second Chaos Bolt. How does that work, man?
Yeah, it's like you pop your Aura Mastery, your Unending Resolve, just to get it off, and then it's like you get stunned about 5 times, then you get knocked back, and then the line of sight, and you don't get it off anyway, you know.
Oh, against the good players, it's not even possible. This is the thing that actually makes me laugh all the time, when people like come in and like say, "Dude, warriors are overpowered. Look at their freaking like burst." And then the warriors come in and they're like, "Nah, dude, look at the Destrolux burst."
Yeah, there's a big difference in how easy it is to get off though.
Yeah.
It's like a warrior pops a one-shot macro, get you in a Warbringer, and you're done basically.
Yeah, like I know as a DK, there's no way I'm gonna let you get even one Chaos Bolt off.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not possible. So the thing that I really want to see is like, I want to see like just in general like a little bit faster Ember generation, faster cast time on Chaos Bolt, like 1.5 seconds, and a lot lower damage. Like maybe like how much a Chaos Bolt does crit right now? Up to 150, 160, right?
Unless a gear targets you. When you pop all cooldowns, you expect something around 130, 140, I guess.
130, 140. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know. It depends. I guess if you have a full resilience, then it's 130, 140. If the person's not sucking resilience, which they usually don't, so it should be like 140, 150, maybe 160.
Yeah, around 150ish. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. You're also undead. I'm a human. Nah. So mine could be actually a bit potentially higher, but anyway. So I would like, let me know what you think about it. But like, I kind of want to make a, like some sort of like a forum suggestion about this. I'm gonna make one about Affliction later on after this video, but I want to know your opinion. What if you just make Ember Tap generation a little bit faster, right? Like 20% faster, for example. Nerf a little bit of Ember Tap healing because it's much faster to generate it. And then make a Chaos Bolt like 1.5 second cast time and make it like crit for like 80-90k damage in PvP.
Yeah, that'll be much better, to be honest, man. Yeah. I mean, it just stops you popping all your cooldowns, and you're relying on landing this Chaos Bolt, and if you don't get it off, you have to wait another 2-3 minutes for your Aura Mastery and stuff to come back off cooldown.
And the stuff they need for Lux to do is to nerf their Dark Soul talents and buff the baseline damage.
Yeah, that's what I mean, man. It should be more about consistent damage as a Warlock, I feel. Like, we've always been this kind of class that wears someone down. I mean, I know Destruction's been really, really bursty in the past, but I don't know, man. I just don't like all of, like, an entire game resting on whether I land one spell. You know what I mean?
Yeah, during that, like, what, 12 seconds, 20 seconds window?
Yeah,
20
exactly,
seconds window. The thing I really don't like about the instability, by the way, is, like, people complain about Lux being completely stupidly overpowered with a Chaos Bolt. And it does hit for like what 80k non cooldowns and shit, right?
Yeah.
But when people complain about 80k Chaos Bolt, they should look at the freaking Frost Bolts right now on PTR, or a freaking Ice Lancing, or a Frost Firebolts, and those are instant. And people complain about the Chaos Bolt, and the reason why Chaos Bolt is so damn overpowered is because the cooldown is so damn overpowered. Like, there has to be a happy medium in terms of, you cast the Chaos Bolt, it casts the Ember Tap, it should hit you for like about, like I would say about like 90k with the CDs popped, and about 70k without CDs popped.
Yeah, man, yeah. That's really agreeable.
It should be a lot easier
honest,
to pull it off.
Exactly, the less cast time, man, it's essential, to be honest with you. Like, there's no way any cast should be so hard to get off like that. And then again, there should be no way that if you get it off, you just global someone. It's just... Yeah. It's just a silly idea, to be honest.
Wait. What are you talking about? Fire mages have freaking Pyroblast. No, that's kind of an insult to Destrolux, I think. Oh, don't worry, my friends. Keep casting your Chaos Bolt. I'm just like a little Pyroblast for almost the same damage. With the instant cast spikes.
3 instant cast Pyros or something. Yeah. It's insane, man. Yeah. Insane.
So, but the reason why Destrolux are so damn more viable is... You guys ready for it? Shadowburn. The best finisher in the game.
I love Shadowburn, man.
Yeah, dude,
I don't like it when people reflect it, but
yeah. Did you know that the actual Bane of Havoc transfers Shadowbrain?
Oh yeah, man. Yeah.
I had no idea about that.
Yeah, I'm sure there was actually some kind of a bug that you could do. I did it a few times, but I didn't do it often because I didn't want to get reported or something. But like, if you get a mage's water elemental down to 10%. You actually banish the water elemental.
Oh yeah,
so it could take no damage. Yeah. Did you know about this?
Yeah.
Pop all cooldowns, spam Havoc Shadowburn on the mage. You know, it just one-shotted them. It's hilarious, man. I love that.
Yeah, it is pretty hilarious actually. And there's not much you can do to stop it too.
Yeah, you can like ice block, but.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still gonna do 250k crit damage. So go ahead and ice block, my friend.
3 of those hitting you at the same time.
So, man, yeah, like Shadowburn is probably the best finisher in the game. Like, I really like my Soul Reaper as Unholy Decay. Execute is cute and stuff, but I think they just having a ranged execute that actually kills people no matter what. Like, no matter what, it kills people.
Yeah.
Unless you have like MS or some shit.
Shadowburn. Yeah.
It hits for like what, 100k, like non-crit. Like 90k with no cooldowns or anything popped.
I was about to say, yeah, about 90k normal, I think. So not too bad, not too bad.
20% of somebody else's hit points is like anywhere from, I would say, like 70 to like, what was I saying, like 78 probably, to like anywhere from like closer to 90k. So Shadowburn is basically a guaranteed kill all the time.
Guaranteed, yeah. And it's got like no global cooldown, basically, so if you land it, you can just spam more damage on them directly after.
Yeah, and it also buffs your shit too.
Yeah, man. It gives you back... Oh, that's another thing they're changing, actually, man. It's a good thing we started talking about this, but... Right now, if you kill someone with a Shadowburn and it lands as a killing blow, you get 2 embers back. it's recently come out that that's actually a bug, and you only get the 1 ember back now, no matter what. So I mean, it's not a big deal for arenas, obviously, because if you kill someone with the Shadow Bend, you generally won the game anyway. But things like Battlegrounds and stuff, it was awesome to like kill one person. Say if you like, you know, 2v1 situation, and you kill someone with the Shadow Bend, you got 2 free ember taps immediately from that, because you generate 2. You know, you just top yourself off again, and it goes to 1v1. So it was really, really nice for that. But yeah, they're removing that next patch.
Yeah, I would say that, plus the Trollolo Shadow Burning pads for more Fire and Brimstone. So I think that effectively they will nerf the Destrolux RBG damage by a little bit, but they're definitely buffing the Arena's Lux damage and Destrolux damage too.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. And I think that's what we need, to be honest, as well. So
Yeah.
overall, it's moving in the right direction, in my opinion.
I think so. I'm glad that you're not actually like too worried about nerfs, because I talked to a few Destrolux and they're like, that's it, it's end of the world, man, the freaking blood fear is going away. They're nerfing our control.
I hate that, man. Like, we played without blood fear for like 6-7 years.
Yeah.
Why is it so hard to go back to casting normal fears, you know? If we put up with it for all that time, then I'm sure we can get used to it again.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely think so. Oh, by the way, Greenfire, do you like it? Animation?
I've never heard of that. What is that?
The Greenfire quest. I watched one of your videos.
Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, the green... See, I'm not even sure about that, man. I'm not sure if I like it, to be honest. I feel a bit like a druid, shooting green stuff everywhere, but...
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get it just because it looks evil in demand. Corrupted evil. I'm a corrupted evil specialist. This is a... I'm talking to a fire evil specialist type of thing. Okay, so...
I'll stick to fire, you go green then.
Yeah. Okay, now let's talk about the other specs now.
Yeah.
Affliction. How do you feel about Affliction just in general?
Well, honestly, I play Affliction on like an alt, but it's a really undergeared alt, so it's hard for me to grasp exactly, you know, what the spec's all about. But overall, I think, well, there's an obvious problem with the spec, and that's that it's too easy to spread dots, and the dots don't tick hard enough.
Yes.
I mean, that's my general opinion of the spec. It's it seems like you have no burst, it's just all spread damage.
Okay, let me ask you this. How often do you play your luck? Affliction luck?
Oh, not very often, like maybe once, twice a week, just for arenas.
Once or twice a week for arenas. Okay, sounds fair. I do play Affliction Likes quite a bit. I mean, in arena or RPGs.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do like make my Affliction Like even work right now in RPGs, which is retarded. But anyway, so you playing on undergeared alt. So practically you don't really give a shit about your Affliction Like, as far as I understand, right?
Yeah, not too much.
Not too much. Now let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, my friends. How does the person who doesn't play Affliction Like, doesn't enjoy playing Affliction Like, just plays it for fun and shits and giggles, all of a sudden actually knows exactly the problem with the spec is, and the developers still have absolutely no fucking clue what was wrong with the freaking Affliction Like?
I'll tell you why, man. It's because it's doing well in PvE. That's why they think it's fine.
Yeah, like...
That's like a big problem with the developers, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Too PvE oriented, but...
I still... God, man. Like, honestly, like, here's the thing. Here's the thing that pisses me off the most, man, you know? Like, it's a shits like that. Like, it's like, oh, it's a PvE. Man, like, PvE is the easiest mechanic to balance. Okay? The PvE is much harder. The PvE is much easier to balance it out. But of course, I know a lot of people are gonna not agree with me, and I'm probably gonna lose right now subscribers because I just said that. Interestingly enough, though, here's the thing: what about if you scrape the Malefic Grasp idea and just buff the Lux dot damage to a PvE viable state, and also at the same time you're not gonna make them apply it so easy. You remove the freaking soul swap from the game at all, in general, for all I care, but make the Lux does hardcast but do shit tons of damage. PvE is gonna be balanced out anyway, because it's just a number tweaking. The PvP is much harder to balance because it has to deal with the CC, with the dispel mechanics. There's just so much more elements. compared to PvE. In PvE, it's like, okay, is this boss melee friendly? Melee should do more damage. Is this boss range friendly? Okay, range should do more damage. Oh shit, this ability doesn't do a lot of damage, let me tweak it up a little bit. And let's give Frost Mages Mastery that is useless in PvE but overpowered in PvP. Because this is what we do to mages. We love them.
You should be a designer, man.
Dude, I don't know. I was thinking actually applying to one of like their balancing team because I didn't make a survey for World of Warcraft.
Yeah, I saw that, man. I took part.
So yeah, thanks by the way. Okay, the thing I want to test right now, bitching aside, I want to test out the UA dispel damage. I heard it's actually pretty damn significant. So that's the stuff that actually made Affliction Lux a little bit like bad because of UA dispel shenanigans.
Well, the damage not being high enough.
Not well, yeah, damage being not high enough, but the biggest thing is like it's either 40k damage, and who gives a shit about 40k damage, man? Like honestly, like 40k damage in PvP, like who cares about it? Tell me.
Yeah, it's nothing, man.
Yeah, it's like 10% of your HP when it's like less than the Iceland's damage. Or it would crit with a glyph of UA, but it would take the silence effect from it. So it's either or, and now I heard it's actually gonna crit 100% of the time, and it's supposed to keep the silence effect too.
Yeah,
which
that's
is
a really
awesome.
good change, actually.
Yeah, because I really like playing with Affliction Lag as Unholy Decay, because at least my shit doesn't get dispelled all the time. Especially when they dispel my Soul Reaper, man. Oh, I get so frustrated.
Yeah. I think right now healers just don't care about dispelling UA, to be honest. It's like, oh, he's got UA, dispel.
Yeah, unless, like, pretty much. Well, it was the same thing in Cataclysm, too, as far as I remember. Like, a good shaman with what's that, the cleansing waters or something like that, would just, like, spam, like, 8-9k healing dispels on you all the time. Yeah.
Makes me think back to TBC, man. If you dispelled the UA back in TBC and it crit, you would almost, well, you'd lose like 50% HP, man. It was like a massive penalty, man. It was like a big risk to
and the rest of the Lich King was still very good too, as far as I remember.
Yeah.
It was a 5-second silence. Not 4 seconds, 5 seconds. And it would do still a really good damage. And just over time, it just kind of like dwindle down to the point where it's...
yeah, when they didn't want to dispel it anymore.
The funny thing is, everybody wants to go back to like the old days type of thing, where it was like where it was less homogenized. Not everybody had interrupt, but anybody else had some kind of other like niche and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So, what was your favorite expansion when you played the Destrelok?
God, that's a really hard question, man. Well, it definitely wasn't Cataclysm, I know that straight up, but...
Yeah, I can imagine, man.
Wrath the Lich King, I think, has definitely been the most viable for destruction, but... I mean, I'd only just really started playing the game seriously at that point. I really didn't have a clue what I was doing in Arena, so I didn't even get to take advantage of it, you know?
Oh, I can imagine.
So, yeah, it was awful, man.
Yeah.
But...
the thing I liked a lot about the freaking... Wrath of the Lich King is the Fell Hunter actually had a defensive dispel.
The Hunter did?
Fell Hunter.
Oh my god, yeah, man. See, that's another thing, man. I'd only just recently started playing. I didn't even know about macros or anything like that, so... God damn, I wish I could go back in time and play Wrath of the Lich King now.
Okay, I'm dueling this priest. Let's look at his gear really quickly. He's the only healer actually accepted the duel. Oh, don't put a shield on yourself! Dumbass! Okay, just okay. My here's the thing. My UA critiques for 4.4k, man. 4.4k. Who the fuck designed this shit? Look at this. It's a 4.4k damage. Oh, you don't have a Dark Intent. Okay, I have a Trinket proc and the Dark Intent. Let's take a look right now. Oh, dude, Dude, I'm doing 5.7k damage, man.
Oh my god, man. That's nearly as much as Wrath the Lich King mobs.
Dude, this is amazing. 5.7k damage, Affliction Light.
Yeah, there's an obvious problem there, man.
Can this guy actually dispel it? Like, is it possible for this priest to find some brain cells in his inner self to actually dispel the UA? I think he cannot even find it. Okay, let me find the other one. God, what the... And then... Jesus Christ, how much brain cells have you to dispel? Oh god, this is just annoying. Man. Yeah. What the fuck is that shit? No, honestly, he still didn't dispel it.
You're trying to tell him to?
Yes! I told him like 3 times. Blork, can you please dispel my dot I am testing is dispel damage. I know it's hard to comprehend that with 60 IQ, but please try your best. It's 87k damage.
87k. Oh, you figured it out in the end then.
Thanks. Okay, well that took half of our videos to find out how much is spelling UA does damage. Okay,
that's quite a bit of that's quite a bit of damage though, man.
It is.
That's
it is
pretty viable.
Yeah. So it's a very good, but on the side note, 4.4k damage, man.
Yeah, the actual dot damage isn't as impressive, to say the least. I don't know, man.
Oh my god, that is just so funny. 4.4k damage. Like my unholy decays diseases do more damage. Legitimately do more damage. Do you know? Excuse me, by the way, for that. Do you know I have a Shadow Priest, right? I got him to 2300 in RBGs. I'm an idiot when it comes to arena as a Shadow Priest. Like, there's so many mistakes I do, it's unbelievable. And Shadow Priest, surprisingly, is actually much harder to play. But I did put 2 dots on the target, and I put a full dots on my luck. Guess whose dots did more damage?
Whose? Do I really have to ask?
Yeah, that's the funny thing. But
yeah,
they did more damage, or they did very competitive, or a little bit low damage. Because you know, the Shadow Priest Mastery is ridiculous RNG.
Yeah,
because it has a chance to duplicate dots, and then there's also a crit chance, so it's like layers upon layers of RNG. But the funny thing is like when I actually put Demon Soul, applied full dots, and applied full like procs and shit on my priest, guess what happened? A Demon Soul dot application just completely destroyed, blew out of the water priest dots. Like completely, it was not even funny, not even close to damage. Like it was like 40-50% higher damage.
Yeah, man.
So what did it tell you? That Lux do have too overpowered the freaking cooldowns, DPS cooldowns, but that also affects our sustained damage. It's like we're like a red paladins of a casters type of thing, you know?
Yeah, it's a good way of putting it actually. Yeah.
And I really not enjoying this type of gameplay. I like. Lux have been known for their consistency, like you said.
Yeah, man.
So, okay, on the side of that, survivability of Affliction Lux. No comment. It's garbage.
Is it? I don't know, man. It's. It doesn't seem to have anything other than what you like spec into, and of course the shield wall.
Well.
It's like
they do have a drain life. I just trying to point my finger on it. How is a drain life a viable defensive? Like Soulburn drain life, it does tick for a like impressive amount of health, especially with the new glyph and stuff. But it's still not like it's kind of like a castable second wind, and we know what happens to people who are trying to cast.
Yeah, man. Monks are feeling the pain, man, from trying to channel spells. getting kicked and silenced and everything.
So, like it literally is. It's approximately like, well, it is like 3% of our HP. It's 2%. 2% of our HP. Then why the hell it's killing me for almost 3% of my HP? It's the world will never know. But it does kill me for like almost 5% with a soul burn. But still, it's like it's not warranted at all. Like
it's like if you're getting trucked down by a kitty cleave or a TSG, you're not gonna think, oh, I know, I'll drain life. It's just not gonna do anything, man. Like the deep wound ticks from a warrior will probably out damage it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it just seems useless in my opinion.
It kind of is, and the thing that we need like some sort of Ember Tap. Like that's my suggestion. I'm gonna make to Blizzard. Actually, like give Affliction Lags Ember Tap as well, based on their like soul shards.
Shadow tap or something.
Shadow
or
tap.
soul tap.
Though, just give us Ember Tap as well, and it's gonna take like a soul. In fact, this is what they should do. They should replace the Drain Life with the Ember Tap, or for Affliction and Destruction, and just keep Drain Life the way it is for Demolux.
Yeah, it's an idea, man. It's an idea. It seems only fair, to be honest. But
It is. You know the Demonology lacks survivability? You know how high it is?
I haven't played Demonology
Okay,
enough.
there's a defensive form for Demolux called Dark Apothecus from Glyph of Demon Hunting. Jesus,
Yeah.
man, I like. Have you seen those videos where it's like movies where people like try to play nerds, and they're like, I went to this Soulfire Forge of Guldaboom to kill this. You know how they like in movies they make fun of nerds playing World of Warcraft, right?
Yeah.
I exactly sound like it. There's a glyph of dark. There's a defensive form called Dark Apothecus that is come from the glyph of Demon Hunting. Dude, that sounds so nerdy as hell. I just realized that. Oh my god. But anyway, that form actually gives you Blood Presence, Warlock. Like no joke, Luck in that form has more armor than my Decay in a Blood Presence.
Oh wow.
And it also has
how long does this last, man? Yeah, how
no,
long does it
forever. It's a defensive form. And then you also have like 15% spell, 18% physical damage reduction, basically a Shadow Priest form. On top of it, you know your what's that? What is that? Nether Tap or whatever the shit called it absorbs damage, right?
Yeah. Twilight Ward, I think.
Twilight Ward. Get this: the Twilight Ward is a 10-second cooldown and absorbs all damage for Demolux in defensive form.
All damage?
Yeah, every 10 seconds.
All forms of damage?
All forms of damage.
Wow. Man, why didn't I play Demonology?
Yeah, so, and it's all instant cast damage, so it's a bit mongoloidy, but then again it does very little dinky damage. But we're gonna talk about Demolux after this Affliction. So Demolux don't need any survivability buffs at all. In fact, what it does, it actually needs a little bit of a defensive survivability nerf, but not many good Lux use a defensive form, so I don't know, it's a gray area. But Distraction Lags have Ember Tap, and I think that's about it. Like, you guys have a decent survivability. I don't think you need any more survivability as a Destro-like, man.
Yeah, definitely, I agree, man. The Ember Tap on its own, man, with the rate of Ember generation right now is actually really, really strong. It's like, unless you get stun locked down, so you just can't possibly get it off, you're fine in most situations in things like Arena.
But Affliction Lags, oh god, man, like, they have absolutely none of that. And that makes it such a huge difference in survivability too. Like, that's why Affliction Lags are getting trained by any melee at all whatsoever. And like that 10% damage reduction that they gave us, it was actually supposed to be directed for Affliction Lags because they're dying so fast. But all the 3 specs get it, and I have no problem with all the 3 specs having it. The biggest problem is they still need to do something for Affliction specifically, not for Destro, not for Demo, for Affliction. Because when people complain about Lux survivability, they usually complain about Destro or Demo Lux survivability, but not Affliction.
Yeah, man.
So, yeah. Increase 30% of your... Oh, Jesus, man. And the thing is, at least I can imagine if the glyph of Drain Life would affect Soul Harvest, but it doesn't.
It did. What does that glyph actually do?
Not Soul Harvest, Harvest of Life. Harvest of Life. Harvest of Life, remember, you do like this green thing, green beams, and you heal yourself. Drain Life becomes like AoE. It's a first talent, remember?
Yeah, oh yeah, Harvest Life, yeah.
You become a Green Lantern, basically.
Yeah.
So, and it's actually not a bad healing, ironically speaking. Not bad healing at all. I don't know, man. Like, just kind of in between. I do really want to see actual, like, affliction survivability buffs, and then rework on their damage scaling, like you said. You actually hit the nail on the head, and it's funny because you don't play affliction lags. Gladiator level, affliction lags saying it. I was saying it. Everybody's saying it. Hey guys, hello, the affliction lags here. Reporting for duty, please rework our damage because it's very, very stupid.
Everyone's saying it, but Blizzard isn't doing it.
The Blizzard doesn't care, man. They would rather buff our destruction lags who are not viable in Cataclysm, and everybody forgot about them, than keep on affliction viable.
Yeah. The thing is, affliction actually has, I think it has okay survivability cooldowns. It's just it has nothing passive like to keep it alive that it can use on demand. You know, like a Shadow Priest can throw out its shields or stack up a renew and fade to avoid damage, things like that. Yeah. Destro Lock and Twilight Ward and Ember Tap and all this kind of. If you're affliction, you just either port line of sight or you die.
Oh well, we do have a Twilight Ward or whatever it's called. Oh wait, do you have a magical damage suppression from a Twilight Ward still? I haven't looked at it actually yet. Because I remember we had a like 30% damage reduction from a Twilight Ward before.
Oh no, we don't get that anymore. No.
Okay, yeah. Again.
That would be awesome, but nah.
It was like 30% like. Oh god, remember in the Wrath of the Lich King, it was like passively on you 100% of the time. I remember I hit it so bad as like playing a DK. Like
that was amazing, man.
Like it was last season 8 was a season of caster cleaves, especially LSD, and the way it was so overpowered. Like no joke, LSD was so overpowered, guys, that like it was like top 2 or top 3 comps like for BlizzCon were LSD. It was nothing but LSD. Like that's how overpowered it was.
Man, in Rat you could actually put Bloodlust and Time Warp in Arena. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh,
but man,
yeah,
that was insane. Like,
that was insane also. So yeah, so in a like caster cleave expansion, Deathstroke Lags had like the best passive damage mitigation against the casters.
Yeah, definitely.
Now let's talk about the Demolax.
Oh, this is where I'm clueless, man. This is all you, seriously.
Okay. So. Demolax, and I'm actually gonna respec right now, and I want to test out their damage because it's very, very interesting to me. Demolax, let me guess, why did you scrape your Demolax? Like, do you know that Demolax is probably like one of the best classes for dueling right now?
No, I barely played it, to be honest. I mean, I just heard about Chaos Wave being overpowered, so I tried it out for a couple of days just to see what all the fuss was about, you know.
Oh, I see. And then it got nerfed. You're like, meh, not interested.
Well, I like to have fun ults, to muck around on, so it could have been one of those ults, but
I kind of like Demolax for the theme it takes. Like, you start off as a caster and then you transform yourself to a demon. Like, it's just so cool. Like, so cool mechanics. Except for not casting anything and not having any damage that's worthy at all. And that's something I'm going to be changing. Like, I feel like a Demolax, in all honesty, is like Frost Mage's Frostbolt. It's just not worth casting anything because it's not going to give you a whole lot of rewards.
Yeah, man, yeah. So that's one of the big problems, isn't it, though, the instant casts. As soon as Bloodfear is gone, I think that's the last we're ever going to see of Demo. I don't think we're ever going to see it again, really.
Well,
I don't know, man.
I don't know, man. Bloodfear is gone, so... Yeah, I honestly have no idea, man. I played with the Bloodfear as a Demolax. I played with it, without it, and it's perfectly fine. In fact, Demolak can actually go up Unbound Wheel and not give a jack shit at all.
Because it can tank so well.
Yeah. So, Bloodfear has Demolaks have a really good CCs as well. Well, kind of.
The extra pet stun, yeah.
Yeah, the extra pet stun. Okay, so let's get started, and I'm gonna be checking out in between two notes. So checking on the retail right now. Okay, so Demolaks retail, and I'm not gonna run a Grimoire of Sacrifice. And whoever runs Grimoire of Sacrifice, the only thing it's viable to run a Grimoire of Sacrifice, by the way, guys, is for arenas, for RBGs. But Grimoire of Supremacy is much better because it does give you a mass effect. You know the pet, Demolak's pet have a Mortal Strike ability, right?
Yeah.
Did you know that it actually, for some reason, stunned right now permanently? Okay. Do you know that that stun, that Mortal Strike effect stacks with the Rogues and Warriors Mortal Strike effect?
I did not know that, no.
Yeah. It can get up to like 40, 37, 40%. No, not 37, I think. Like 43% Mortal Strike on the target.
Wow. Maybe RLS next season, maybe then with Demonology.
Yeah. I played with the Warrior this season pretty effectively as a Demolak.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, it went very well. And it looks like they're buffing like Demolaks. Okay, so let's get started. We're gonna go for the Shadow Bolt right now, even though nobody gives a shit about it. 30k damage. We're gonna go for kind of cooldown, 15k damage upfront damage, and how much it takes for? Bad get back. 3.4k.
Hardly impressive.
Oh, fuck! My little imp hits for like 9k damage. Non-crit. Okay, so let's go on life now. Okay, so on PTR we have Shadow Bolt was 30k damage, right? Let's go over right now. 37k damage. Okay. And then we also have oh, by the way, I forgot to put a Dark Intent. So imps do a little bit more damage, but they're like not as much, surprisingly enough. And oh no, they didn't buff imps. Yeah, never mind, they didn't buff imps. Okay, let's take a look here. What else they buffed? Oh, Hand of Gul'dan. Hand of Gul'dan right here. 15.6k, 3.7k.
Is that the same?
It actually looks like exactly the same thing. Let's see. And it says set damage and spell power. Okay, let me just mouse over tooltip. It says 12.6 and 24k. 12.6 and 24k. And it says here 15.6 and 22k. The fuck?
So it's supposed to be buffed?
Yeah. That's weird as hell, man. Okay, alright. The other thing I want to test out is Soulfire. Do you remember the days when the Destralax had a Soulfire?
Yeah, man. It was, man, if that thing crit, it was literally 80% of the health gone. It was amazing, man. But 4 second cast time, so.
Yeah.
Then again, no one complained about that actually back in the day.
I don't know, people were smarter. Don't test the logic.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, let's look at the Soulfire in a demo spec. 87k. The biggest buff, I'm gonna tell you right away. What, Touch of Chaos doesn't do that much damage? What the hell? That is actually really weird. Okay, where's my Chaos Wave? Our beloved Chaos Wave that got us nerfed. Okay, there, Chaos Wave. 40k. What the hell? Wait a sec. I'm gonna make a testing, but this does not look any good at all, my friend. It looks like
exactly
the damage actually got nerfed in the demo farm, not buffed.
Oh wow.
Okay, so Soulfire does hit a little bit harder, but 51k, 98k. Okay, let's go on the life now. Okay, on the life we have. Can you help me do any ally RPGs? I need 3 wins. in a bit. Okay, sorry. Let's take a look at here. 35k Shadow Bolt, so it's not much of a problem. Okay, let's go Demolak form. 25k Shadow Bolt. 45k Chaos Wave. I guess it was a 15% buff, man. To be honest.
What are they? Shadow Bolt?
Shadow Bolt and the Chaos Wave. So, like,
Yeah.
oh, the so far definitely.
Though, I mean,
say again.
is that going to make a huge difference? Do you think? Or, I mean,
No, the biggest buff though is Soulfire actually. Surprisingly enough, the Soulfire actually got buffed by a whole lot. Like it's actually a big ass buff. It's 50k on crit here. 50k. And on PTR it's, let's see, 53k. 40k versus 53k. Okay, yeah, that's a big buff.
yeah, man.
So far 70k on crit, not bad at all. Yeah, 70k in a demon form. So I don't know, I guess the buffs are nice, cute. I don't think it's gonna be still worth it that much unless you're running like this trollolol again. I'm gonna pop all my bursts and global somebody. So I guess it's still gonna be like a crap damage outside the form and amazing damage in like once you have your demon form and your procs. So it definitely again helps the Demolax with their burst, because even though our burst is like, dude, can you imagine like 18,000 mastery for Demolax for a second?
Yeah, I'm trying. But I mean, how much of a difference do you think the damage is actually going to make when it comes to like arena viability?
Okay.
Is it going to be any more common in arenas?
Who, Demolax?
Yeah. Because I mean, they're rare now, man.
Yeah, probably they're gonna be pretty good again, but like again, the problem with the Demolax is their consistent damage sucks dick. Well, and that's being dispellable, of course, but the consistent damage is not there. So
Yeah.
Demolax is just that one thing wonder, and if you pop all your cooldowns when they're bursting you and you're not stuck up, you're fine. I'm gonna show you the example of the retardedness of a, so to say, Demolax, I guess. I'm gonna show you like with the all procs and everything, damage between when you actually have your Dark Soul and without it. And I'm just gonna point out. Oh, by the way, do you know that the Demolax have like one of the most overpowered knockbacks in the game?
Oh yeah, man, Carrion Swarm.
Yeah, 12-second cooldown.
Yeah, man.
Shit's amazing.
Especially if you're playing a team with like a druid or something already, and you got like the double knockback going.
Yeah,
it's really
like
good.
for mines, I usually go Demolax because it's so much fun to knock people off. And I did solo like 2400 RPGs. I did actually get a win for our team there. We were barely was one win, one cap, one loss. At the very end, like in the middle of the game, they was about to get a second cap, and I soloed their stunned the warrior, got the flag, and then soloed their warrior, Prat warrior by myself as a Demolax. Like their offensive cooldowns are nuts, man. Like literally nuts. But the consistent damage is just not there.
Yeah. It's the same as Affliction, man.
Yeah, same as everything
Same consistent
actually.
damage problem.
Okay, now let's take a look. I'm actually still firing right now. 143k. Chaos Wave does 174k crit. Touch of Chaos. Okay, Touch of Chaos did like a 60k damage. 60, 70, 80k damage. The instant cast Shadow Bolts. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
The damage went from a 40k. The damage basically doubled. I doubled my damage with all my cooldowns popped.
Oh.
Like doubling. Like, can somebody explain me how is it warranted to double your damage for 20 seconds? Like, this is such a huge discrepancy. It's unbelievable.
It shouldn't be so cooldown oriented.
Yeah, the same thing for Destrolax too. Like, probably not double, but probably like good like 40% increase too.
Yeah, at least 40%. Man.
Yeah, so...
And the problem is, if you don't kill them with your cooldowns, you generally have to wait 2 minutes for your cooldowns to come back up again.
Yeah.
Before you get any chance of really scoring a kill.
So... And I think that's like what the Blizzard actually legitimately needs to work on with the locks. Like, whoever came up with the idea of giving the lock the most incredible offensive cooldowns, that was actually spell stealable for the first half of the expansion, season 2. And dispellable. Remember those days?
Yeah, I remember that, man. It's horrible.
I like how like Reds came in on the forums and started like saying, well, the Red had wings and spell stealable and dispellable almost for so long, and they barely recently got this fixed, and Demo and only Lux had this their Demon Soul, Dark Soul for only like a couple months, and they got instantly fixed. It just shows how Blizzard likes their casters. And I'm coming in and I'm like, you idiot, have you ever heard of Cataclysm and Demon Soul before?
Yeah, man. The thing was, man, you had to pop your cooldowns, and then, at least I found against the mage, you had to pop your cooldowns, and then blanket silence the mage, just to get off a Chaos Ball while your cooldowns are up. If not, it was gone, like, instantly. You know?
Yeah, and then...
It's really retarded.
Because he's gonna trigger the fear, too.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to blanket him. And then he's gonna
Just
block and lol at you. And then your Auto Master is gonna disappear, and then he's gonna counterspell blank silence you. So, yeah. Good luck getting a cast off again. This is just so goddamn long. Oh, by the way, I'm not sure. I think they fixed the Stormwind. You know that in the 5.2 patch. On the side note.
Yeah. The finally repaired Deathwing's damage or something.
Yeah.
I've not seen it yet, man. Oh, I wish I could go on the PTM, man. I want to check it out, actually.
Oh, dude, it looks so beautiful. It's like you've never seen it this side of this city again before. I'm kidding, man. It's a fucking architecture. Who gives a shit? It's just there was a burnt sizes, and then there's not. It's like the Stormwind. I'm in the Stormwind right now. The Stormwind went from the bad boy to like this goody nice guy. Basically, he got married. That's what I'm trying to say. So, yeah, but that's about it. I don't have anything for likes. Do you have anything left?
No, man. I think we've exhausted every topic, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, guys, gonna make a forum suggestion. It's gonna be in the link in the description below, and I'm gonna be saying give the freaking Ember tap to Affliction Lux, and at least that would actually help us a lot on the survivability. I don't know, put a cooldown on Affliction Lux, do something, or give something to Affliction Lux to survive against the cliff, because Affliction Lux is pretty decent against the spell cliffs, but against the melee it's just so goddamn terrible, man. So annoying too.
Yeah.
Okay, well, dude, thanks a lot, man. That's for your time. That was pretty fun.
Thank you, man.
I think this video is like 40 minutes gonna be.
Yeah, it's gonna be like ridiculously long.
Yeah.
You just have to release like 1 hour video or something.
Yeah. But I kind of don't have a problem with it, to be honest, because it's kind of like a podcast. Like a lot of people do that, so I think it's pretty fun.
Yeah, condense it down a bit, but keep the bulk of it, definitely.
Yeah. Well, guys, thanks for watching this long-ass podcast. If you're still there and you're still watching this video up until this moment, I cannot say how much I appreciate this, but you're a fucking nerd. Please go out and get a life. So, I'm just kidding. I made this video, so I have no entitled to call other people nerds for watching it.
If you get to this point in the video, you're a bouse. That's what it is, man.
Okay. Cool, guys. Thanks a lot. Let us know if you like those kind of podcasts and if you want to see more of those in the future or not.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks for watching, guys, and до свидания.